I'm back. So today we're going to be talking about a new law that's going past in Arizona, which is lane filtering. Yay! So to quickly explain the situation of the difference between lane filtering and lane splitting, there's a difference. Filtering is when there's, for example, a red light up ahead. You can filter through traffic to get to that point of the red light. Lane splitting is when there's moving traffic that you're splitting lanes into. So as traffic is moving, you're able to split through them. However, lane filtering, traffic needs to be stopped. So that is to make things very clear, because I noticed there's a lot of people who is getting this mixed up really badly. And it hasn't technically passed until 90 days, technically. Well, it did pass, well, yeah, technically. But anyways, so if you haven't noticed, if you haven't heard, so Arizona, not California, Arizona, is going to be passing a lane filtering law. Yay! So that's just really good. And how this law works is that there's going to, so to quickly explain the situation, how this works, is that there's a couple things you need to follow for it to, you know, to be legal. One, hold up, let me get to this rolling. One, it needs to be a speed limit of 45 miles an hour or less, which is not a big deal because that's technically everywhere in Arizona. Well, mostly in the Phoenix most likely. Two, you cannot do it when moving. It has to be done at a red stoplight. It can't be, you know, when it's green you can still go filtering. No, that's considered as that we consider as splitting. 3, you need to be, as you're filtering, you need to be doing at 15 miles an hour. 4, you need to do it safely, which means don't be a dick. Doing wheelies, going down so fast in between lanes. Clarify that up, you know, just to make everyone notice that. And the law doesn't technically happen until like 90 days after it gets approval or signed by legislation, whatever. So with that out of the way, I want to talk about like misconceptions about it. No, it's not lane splitting. You can't split lanes, and I've been seeing a lot of people have been doing that lately. And for some reason they're like, oh my god, lane splitting is legal, after they just read like just a head page of it, and then it's like, alright, time to go on my bike and split lanes. And no, that's not how it works. Like, come on dude, you gotta read about it a little bit. Like, just read about it. And then, you know, people are gonna start complaining, it's like, oh, but it says it's legal, this and that and everything. And it's like, no, it's not. And you get fined for $200. So, what is my opinions about it? Well, first of all, I'm really excited about that. Really, I really am. So, especially because pretty soon summer's coming up, so it's actually gonna be really nice, which I'm really excited for. Ooh, gotta break hard for a second there. That's my worst fear. Is like literally as you come into the exit, like you can't see ahead of you that well, and some guy just slams on their brakes. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a bad situation there. But yeah, I'm really excited for it because, like I said before, summer's coming up, and so these bikes will run really hot. So we would just filter through. I know lane splitting isn't legal, which kind of sucks. It kind of sounds like, oh, they could probably introduce the lane splitting thing, you know, with, you know, and just adapt the California law to it. But I guess that never happened. And I see why, kinda understand why. Apparently, when I was looking at the toll, a lot of people don't agree with it. I was like, what? Really? A lot of people don't agree with it? And at first I thought these were just people who were just like, yeah, because it's not common over here. But when I was watching the news of it, well, the people that they interviewed were mostly like Harley riders, interestingly. And they all say it's like, oh, it's not safe because, you know, you're filtering and somebody can hit into you and everything. And I was like, okay, that's perfectly fine for, you know, someone to think that way, you know. But like I've been hit before from behind from a hit and run video from like a long time ago. And you know, it hurts. Like that shit hurts. Like even though I was wearing full armor and everything, it hurts a lot. And imagine somebody without gear at all, like a lot of people do over here. Yeah. And I remember correctly, my gloves also saved my hands too from road rash. But yeah, I'm really excited for that, but not a lot of people are. And it's interesting to me because like, it's funny because like, I've seen down all the comments and everything, and people's like, but the guys with the Harleys, you know, they say that lane filtering isn't safe, but yet they don't wear a helmet. So they shouldn't be qualified to even think about that. I was like, that's a better point too. That's funny. But I can definitely understand why people are not really comfortable with the situation, or at least not used to it, as of for now. I see it both good and bad ways. The good ways is because, you know, people are, you know, you're not longer going to be behind traffic, behind a car no more, which is nice. And, you know, it allows us to persuade lanes and filtering through them, so for safer for us. And what I meant by us, I meant everybody on the motorcycle. However, I do see this as a bad thing too, because what could happen is that there could be a lot more accidents. Now remember this, because a lot of times if you're not from Arizona or don't know the area well, we have a lot of people who are like road ragers and over here and everything, and a lot of people who bring their firearms and all that. It's a very common thing. Fun fact, it used to be really easy to get away with murder over here at one point, but not anymore, but you know, so it kind of is. I'm not saying anything. But anyways, you know, a lot of people will either open the doors or hit you or something like that on purpose, and then next you know, the toll's like, alright, so we've been noticing a lot of people have been getting more accidents and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, because of those people who just like, you know, in their cars, they're like, oh, I don't like how this guy is saving money because I'm going to spend like $14 for gas for a full tank of high octane. And you just filtering through? Nope, we open that door. But I see a lot of that happen, and a lot of people are not even paying attention. Like, I've seen people literally get so impatient of a 3-second red light that they will try to go off-roading or around to incoming traffic. Like, I see that so many times over here, like a lot, and it's ridiculously it's like stupid and annoying. Like, wow, a lot of people just do that shit over here. And so I'm just like I see this good thing that could come to a bad thing in the future. But you know, it could go either one way or the other, or maybe it's something completely different that I may not be aware of. But it's one of those things that we have to see and see how that goes, really. But I really hope, you know, this goes well for everybody, where maybe in the future lane splitting could be legal. You know, which would just be amazing. Now, I did hear a lot of times, like, for the lane splitting thing, there has to be like some sort of helmet law. In Arizona, there is one, which is, you know, if you're under the age of 18, you must wear a helmet, but if you're over the age of 18, you don't need to. That's literally just about it. And of course, there's a lot of people, especially guys in Harleys, like, I'm not wearing a helmet, blah, 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 this and that. I was like, okay, you know, a lot of people on sport bikes too, and those sports, I've seen a lot of those people around without helmets or anything. I'm just like, you know what, that's your choice, whatever, dude. You know, it's really up to you, but, you know, or you don't, make sure you don't drive into me. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this law goes in, like, after it becomes actual legal to do. You know, yes, I'm very stoked about it, but I don't think a lot of other people would not be. And of course, they probably will try to, like, you know, pin you down or something like that by when they see you coming. They're probably just like, you know, make it harder for you and everything, which I'm pretty sure that is going to be illegal. I'm pretty sure it is going to be if you do that. like how it is in California. If you try to block somebody from splitting or filtering, that's illegal. At least on purposely, it is. But if you're just there the whole time, like a little close to the edge, that's fine. It's not illegal because you're not doing it on purpose, technically. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this goes. Kind of worried too, but we'll see how it goes in the future. That's at least my opinion on how I see things going. Now, I'm a very open guy and able to see from both sides. Now then, well, what do y'all think about this situation? Do you agree with it? And let me know why. If you don't agree with it, also let me know why. And for that, I'll catch y'all later. And remember everybody, if a Harley rider complains to you about filtering lanes, you can always tell them, where's your helmet? And for that, I'll catch y'all later, man. See ya.